Hi, welcome again in this lecture on vector analysis. Today we'll be discussing vector addition and subtraction along with vector scaling. So, mabilis lang to. Uh, Basic ito sa vector analysis and dadaanan lang natin to. And we'll try to solve uh, an example or a problem related to vector addition and subtraction. So, let's start. So yung mga vectors, we can add them, okay, by adding their components, no? So in this case, we have two vectors, A and B. Ito yung A, ito yung B. So what we did is kinuha natin yung x component ng A at saka yung x component ng B. So adding them, andito na yung kanilang sum ng components. Sa vertical components naman, we have the vertical components ng A, ito yan, A sub y, and the vertical component ng B, B sub y. So, yung sum ng vertical components ng dalawang vectors na yan, ito yan. So, kung kunin natin yung resultant, yung vector C, yung addition niya, ito na yung kanyang magnitude, at ito yung kanyang scalar component sa x-axis, and yung kanyang scalar component sa y-axis. Okay? So, yan. Formula natin, basic. Vector A plus vector C is equal to Z. So, what we did is to sum, or to add each scalar component in its respective unit vector, no? Kung saan axis yan nakalagay. So, meron din tayo ditong illustration kung saan we are showing na kahit ano pa yung arrangement ng ating vectors, kahit marami pa yan, iba-iba yung mga arrangement, same lang yung result. Yung magnitude and direction ng ating resultant is the same. Okay? So, ayan. Pakitandaan na lang, no? What if we are going to subtract? Pag subtraction, A minus B, it is equal to vector A. It is as if we're adding a negative vector to a positive vector. Therefore, it will be equal to the unit vector ng A times its magnitude plus the negative unit vector in the direction of B times B. So, ibig sabihin yan, babaliktarin natin yung direction ng B. Then, tsaka pa lang natin kukunin yung ating summation. So, hindi katulad sa addition, wala tayong gagalawin na direction. Dito sa subtraction, babaliktarin natin sa opposite direction yung ating isang vector bago natin i-add. So a vector can also be scaled by multiplying its magnitude by a scalar value. So scaling is defined as changing the magnitude of a vector. Ginagamit natin yung vector scaling para hindi tayo ma-confuse sa multiplication ng mga vectors. Kasi meron din tayong tinatawag na dot product or yung scalar product, and then meron din tayong vector product. So in this case, when we are multiplying a scalar value to a particular vector, we are trying to scale it. So, pag nag-multiply tayo ng scalar value sa isang vector, so we call that vector scaling. Okay? So, binabago natin yung magnitude ng vector na yan. Pero yung kanyang direction, hindi magbabago. Okay? So, let's solve this problem. We have three vectors. So, vector A is x hat 1 plus y hat 2 plus z hat 3 second vector natin, b is equal to x hat 4 minus y hat 2 plus z hat 3. Then yung ating third vector, c is equal to negative x hat 4. We are to find, meron tayong apat na problem, yung sa a plus b plus c. Sa b naman, a plus b minus 2c. So, dito we are trying to solve a vector scaling. And then sa c naman, a minus b minus c. Then d, we are to find the unit vector in the direction of a minus 2b plus c. So, medyo challenging ang part na yan. But anyway, let's start with first question, a plus b plus c. So, straightforward addition lang yan. I-line up lang natin yung ating mga vectors, a plus b plus c. So, yan. Ganun na natin siya sinasolve per unit vector. So, dito sa x, so 1 plus 4 minus 4. Sa y naman, 2 minus 2. Sa z, 3 plus 3. So, yung ating sum, that would be x hat 1 plus z hat 6. So, yun yung ating a plus b plus c. Okay? Sa second problem naman, a plus b minus 2c. So, ganun pa rin. Line up natin yung ating a plus yung b. And then, magkakaroon tayo ng scaling sa c, right? So, that's minus 2c. That's negative 2 times negative x hat 4. So, same procedure. I-add natin yan lahat. So, that would be 1 plus 4 plus 8 sa ating x hat component. Sa pangalawa naman, that would be 2 minus 2. Sa pangatlo, that is 3 plus 3. Therefore, yung ating sagot sa B, problem B, is x hat 13 plus z hat 6. So, ganyan na siya kadali. No? For this next item, we are to subtract B tsaka C dun sa A. So, line up load lang ulit natin, minus B, then minus C. So, what we'll have will be 1 minus 4 plus 4 sa ating x component, then 2 plus 2 sa y, then 3 minus 3 sa z. That gives us x hat 1 plus y hat 4. For the last problem, pinapahanap sa atin yung unit vector in the direction of a minus 2b plus c. So, una, hanapin muna natin yung value na yan, di ba? So, represent natin muna yung resultant ng vectors na yan. So, we let D to represent the result of a minus 2b plus c. So, a minus 2b plus c. So, ang result natin, that will be D is equal to, sa x, ano ba ito? That would be 1 minus 8 minus 4. Sa y naman, that would be 2 plus 4. That's negative 2 times negative 2. Kaya magiging 4 to. Sa z, that's 3 minus 6. That's 2 times 3. So, therefore, yung d natin is negative x hat 11 plus y hat 6 minus z hat 3. So, now, dahil meron na tayong value ng d, which represent yung result ng a minus 2b plus c, pwede na natin kunin yung unit vector in the direction of d. And that would be given by d hat is equal to the vector na d all over its magnitude. So, mas maganda kung ganyan natin siya i-represent. Right? So, kunin muna natin yung kanyang d. D is equal to negative x hat 11 plus y hat 6 minus z hat 3. And then yung ating magnitude, that is equal to the square root of negative 11 squared, negative 11 squared, plus 6 squared, plus negative 3 squared. So, ang result ng D natin that is the magnitude is the square root of 166. So, gagamitin na natin yan to get our unit vector. Okay? So, therefore, ang unit vector natin is equal to negative x hat 11 plus y hat 6 minus z hat 3 all over the square root of 166. Then, gamitan natin ng calculator, yung ating unit vector is now equal to negative x hat 0.8538 plus y hat 0.4657 minus z hat times 0.2328. And that is the unit vector in the direction of a minus 2b plus c. Okay? And that ends my presentation on vector addition and subtraction. I hope madali lang siyang intindihin and i-apply sa mga problems. On the next lecture, we'll discuss the multiplication of vectors, okay? Products of vectors such as scalar products and vector products. So with that, thank you and see you on the next lecture.